Pilar Sanders calls out Brian Daboll and Giants as Shedeur Sanders grabs attention on NFL debut. Let's take a jog back to the last month of 2024. Shedeur Sanders was preparing for the Alamo Bowl. But to surprise everyone from his fanbase, then Colorado Signal caller flashed red and blue cleats. It was a clear indication that he wanted the New York Giants to draft him. The New York-based franchise had the first 2025 draft pick at the time. Months later, the 23-year-old boy suffered a slide that no one expected in their wildest dreams. Brian Daboll didn't like his talent. Even the Steelers and Raiders passed on him until the Browns stepped up. One factor that reportedly hurt his stock came from NFL draft analyst Todd McShay, who revealed Sanders had an underwhelming private meeting with the Giants. According to McShay, the QB's preparation for an install package fell short, leading to an awkward exchange with head coach Brian Daboll. Holding the number 3 pick, the Giants opted for edge Abdul Carter and Ole Miss quarterback Jackson Dart at number 25 instead. Daboll later addressed the pre-draft process, saying, "Yeah, I'd say we had good meetings with all the guys that came in here for visits. Quarterback meetings were productive. And, we're happy with Jackson Dart." For Sanders, the episode became another twist in a draft journey that began with bold ambition and ended with a humbling wait. Fast forward to August, before his rookie season. The preseason encounters are heating up. The Shot Clock's Justin Morelli uploaded a video explaining how Shedeur Sanders broke all the surrounding stereotypes. It included how he ran with the ball and even came out of the pocket to pass. And after watching her son beat up the Panthers, Pilar Sanders got fired up. She posted Morelli's video on her IG story and wrote, "What was that name out of NYC again?" She took direct shots at Brian Daboll and the New York Giants. After all types of crazy reasons came out post-draft. The Ringer's Todd McShay revealed how the rookie was unprepared for the install. And that was one of the bigger reasons they ignored him. Despite all the rumors about certain people in the building wanting to draft him, Brian Daboll put an end to all of it. And now, many are trolling him left, right, and center. Enter Josina Anderson. The former ESPN and CBS Sports insider took her shot at Giants fans mid-game, poking at a wound that's been festering since draft night. Her message on X was deliberate. Whose cleats did Shedeur Sanders rock before the draft? Don't get it cracking now. Worry about the Bills. A not-so-subtle reminder of the custom Giants-themed cleats Sanders once flaunted. Giants fans fired back immediately, reminding her that Sanders wasn't just passed over by New York, but by 31 teams. And 6 times by Cleveland themselves before round 5. But this isn't just Twitter banter. It's part of a bigger what-if hanging over Brian Daboll's Giants. For now, the rookie is enjoying the attention he is getting. Shedeur Sanders leaves his mark in his first NFL game. Shedeur Sanders didn't just show up in Cleveland Friday night, he made sure people noticed. The Browns' rookie quarterback, a 5th-round pick out of Colorado and son of Hall of Famer Deion Sanders, walked into one of the most anticipated preseason matchups in recent memory and left with 2 touchdowns, 138 passing yards, and a win over the Panthers. Not bad for a guy sharing a depth chart with 5 other QBs. It didn't start pretty. His first drive, 3 and out. The arm strength, at times you could nitpick. He held the ball too long here and there. But there was also that stubborn competitiveness, the kind you can't teach, that kept drives alive. And once a Panthers muffed punt gave him a short field early in the second quarter, Sanders pounced, firing a 7-yard strike to Caden Davis through tight coverage. One possession later, another touchdown to Davis, this time a low, precise 12-yarder. The jitters, if any, were gone by the 3rd scoring drive in the second half. Sanders was moving in and out of the pocket, reading pressure, making throws on the run. Kevin Stefanski gave him work under center and in the shotgun, and the rookie adapted in both spots. His mother also supported him in her custom Browns jersey. Even LeBron James, never shy on football takes, chimed in on X. And I don't want to hear that it's only preseason BS. 'Cause if he was out there not going in, y'all would be on his about it. So give credit and grace lames. Man shrugging medium dark skin tone. Of course, the Browns' QB picture is still a crowded one. Joe Flacco's the likely starter, Kenny Pickett and Dylan Gabriel are working back from injuries, and Tyler Huntley's in the mix. But Friday night wasn't about the long-term roster calculus. It was about Sanders getting the ball in a real NFL game and looking like he belonged. He wasn't perfect, he admitted, but he was ready. And in August, that's all you can ask from a rookie fighting for a seat in the room. testing schemes, and fans getting their first glimpse of potential stars. But on a humid August night, the story became something bigger. A collision of family pride, NFL politics, and a simmering rivalry that hadn't even made the regular season schedule yet. Shedeur Sanders, son of Hall of Famer Deion coach Prime Sanders, had just wrapped up a near-perfect preseason debut for the Cleveland Browns. 2 touchdowns. No turnovers. Poise that made the offense hum. By the time the scoreboard clock hit 0, the dog pound was chanting his name like he'd been wearing brown and orange for years. But while Shedeur was busy winning over Cleveland, his stepmother, Pilar Sanders, was making headlines of her own, and not in Cleveland. The comment that sparked it. Earlier that week, New York Giants head coach Brian Daboll had been asked about young quarterbacks making waves in the preseason. His answer was generic enough at first, until it wasn't. "There's a difference between preseason hype and real NFL football," Daboll said. "I'm not talking about anyone in particular, but sometimes these kids need to prove it over 17 games before we crown them." It was the kind of coach speak that might have slipped under the radar, except to anyone with Sanders in their last name. To Pilar, the timing felt a little too perfect, and the shade a little too obvious. Pilar fires back. Not one to shy away from speaking her mind, Pilar took to social media after Shedeur's big night. She posted a clip of his best throws, frozen defenders' pinpoint accuracy, receivers catching in stride, and paired it with a pointed caption. "Some people watch greatness and call it hype. Some people face it on Sundays and call it reality. Careful what you wish for, Coach Daboll." Within minutes, it was trending. NFL Twitter erupted. Giants fans jumped to Daboll's defense, Browns fans rallied behind Pilar, and neutral observers grabbed popcorn. Shedeur's take. Back in the Browns' locker room, Shedeur was asked about the post. He grinned, shaking his head. "Pilar's got her own voice. She's been defending me since I was a kid. I'm focused on what's in front of me. If anybody's got a problem, they can see me on the field." It wasn't deflection so much as focus. Sanders wasn't about to let an off-field spat pull him off his trajectory. But the media, sensing a narrative, wasn't going to let it go that easily.